I've launched, no problem launching, except the wind out here is offshore, so I'll have to watch that one. As it's an offshore wind, I'm going to keep in a bit closer. A bit dangerous if I stay out, because I'll get blown out, so the best thing to do is stay in close. It's funny, up there it looked like it was coming along the coast, but in actual fact it wasn't. I'll go up to the top here and turn around and come back. Going into wind here. Right, I'm going to turn around now and go back the other way. Now I've got the wind following me and also the sea. Lots of people on the beach, all enjoying themselves. Whoops, a daisy. Kids throwing stones as usual, so I'll better get out a little bit further. Only on Chevy. I think what I'll do is I'll go down to the beach huts. Jan ain't seen them yet. Right, now at the top of the Minster Leads, and you can see on the left hand side there the beach huts. They're just beyond the Minster Leads, but the beach is quite packed here. So it's wonderful to see this. Typical Isle of Chevy, Costa del Chevy. Brilliant. Except I've got my kag on and I'm too hot. Never mind, dress for the sea. Go up a little bit further. Amazing view. There we go. How about that? And there's your beach huts. There they are. Not that many of them too open at the moment. That's all. There you go. Minster beach huts. Come a lot further than I expected. And also I've now got to travel against the tide and against the wind. So my progress, I think, is going to be a lot slower. Interesting. If I was out a bit against the tide and with this wind, I think I'd be almost standing still. Every now and again you get a fair gust of wind and you feel like you're getting nowhere. Plus, of course, the windage on the kayak itself tends to swing you around. But this is an ideal day to do it. Well, nearly back to my start point. Not far to go now, but it's a lot harder going against the tide. Quite surprised, really. You live in little tiny waves. You've got hardly anything here. We're in the leeward side. So there we go. So let's turn round and go back in across. There we go. Going back in towards the shore now. Having to steer to combat the current, to keep going into the same position. I'm steering about 15 degrees to the right to combat the wind and the tide. I have to say that paddling against the tide and also against the wind, I've got some salt on there. Let's see if I can get that off. I don't know if that's any better. Hopefully it will be. But my goodness, you have to paddle like this to stay still. So if you don't get the tide right, you could be well in trouble. Oh, how about that? So I'm going up now past Bartman's Point, and there's some fishermen up here, and I've got the wind and the tide with me on the way back. Not going to push me luck too far though. We're about 20 past 4 now, I think. Oops, let's have a look. It's moved. Time now is 4:30. So we're half an hour past high tide at the moment. So I'll keep an eye on that and see how things go. It said high tide at Sheerness was 4 o'clock. So periodically I'll stop, which I've been doing, just to see if the tide is still pushing me backwards, which it is. So there's no lull yet, it's still there. So I'll continue a little bit further and see how we go. Right, just to give you an idea, I am paddling quite hard here. Certainly not easy, and you can see my actual speed there, looking at the railings, or take one of the rocks against the lampposts over the top of the seawall, and you can see that I am not doing very well at all. It's amazing what a difference going into the tide can make. Now, I wouldn't think that you're getting much of a race round here as far as the tide's concerned, but it makes quite a bit of difference compared with flat water. There you go. You live and learn. As you can see, I'm not exactly hammering along. There are Darcy, Isle of Sheppey Sailing Club. You'll know where we are now. Right, let's wind up. Look at the pole and look at the water, the way it's being diverted. You can get an idea what the tide is like here. Can you see it? Look for the eddies all around on this side. I'm going down stream of it now, if you like. You can quite clearly see that the water is breaking, as you see, to get round that. Quite strong. Time to head back now, and at least I've got the tide with me. So that's going to be a very quick run, I think. Excellent. There we go. It's not going to take long to get back, that's for certain. Just got to avoid the fishermen with their lines. Going along like a rocket now. Oh, what a difference. Yeah, this is easy. You'll be able to get an idea on the speed. Makes a big difference. Should have timed myself, shouldn't I? What's the time now? I haven't gone that far. 1 minute to 5. tide's definitely going out there now, because there's that piece of wood up there which was actually in the water when we went past earlier on, so it's definitely going out now. And it's flowing from Sheerness to Minster, the tide. Well, here we are back at the launch site, and it is now, would you believe, 8 minutes past 5. So coming back, going like a rocket. So it just goes to show you have got to take into consideration what the tide's doing. Tide and the wind, biggest enemy. Still plenty of people out. That's me lot now.